Most of the videos you will watch concerning poultry farming, most of them is definitely going to be highly discouraging. As someone who wants to start poultry farming, especially on broilers, you have to just start. My best advice is just start. As you start, you begin to ask questions and begin to learn in the process. Because if you are going to follow all the videos or all the things that people are saying on this topic, you are definitely going to be discouraged. When I started poultry farming, I started with about 20 fowls. In the first time I started first, and then I didn't know anything about it. I made my mistakes. I just saw a random someone selling day-old chicks and I bought from them, and I was trying to raise these things. I was thinking it was broilers, and it ended up being cockerels or noilers. It took me a long time to realize that it was not broilers, and by then I have wasted a lot of time, a lot of feed, a lot of energy, a lot of money. And I realized one thing. I learned from that. What I learned was, you don't just buy from any random person you see on the road, or someone who is just sampling the old chicks and you just buy from them. There are trusted and people that are into the business that sells original broilers. So that's the first thing I learned, and it was discouraging, but after that I beat that discouragement and I entered even further into the business, and I now bought a full carton, which is about 50. So and as I was raising this 50, I realized that, listen, most of these things you see people talk is just exaggeration. Sometimes they exaggerate, sometimes they are trying to make it look interesting, sometimes they are not saying the real things. But all I can say is that when you want to start your broiler thing or whatever farming business, just start. You will learn in the process. There are people that sells drugs. You can go and meet them. They will now direct you. Okay, you bought this thing 1 week. This is what you should do. This is 2 weeks. This is what you should do. This is the beginning. There are people. The people that have to help you most is people that are into veterinary business. People that sells these drugs. They know more about what the chick needs at the first instance. I know that most of the things they say on videos are correct, but don't just go, because when they begin to map out expenses for you, when they begin to map out how much you spend, how much the chicks will do this and that, if you are not careful, you are going to be discouraged. You might stop. You might say, I cannot do this. Start with what you have. Then as you are seeing your progress, you will be encouraged. Me, I was encouraged. When I started with 50, now I'm looking at raising the bar. I want to even make it bigger because I can see the progress I've made, and I can see that it's profitable. The truth is that the business is profitable, and if you do it the right way, trust me, you will not regret it. But don't allow videos and tutorials and people that are doing the business to tell you how what you should. Most of them started from nothing. Most of them started from without experience, and today they are big. So if they're going to follow the videos, do it this way, do it that way, you might be discouraged. So my own advice is just start. Start with what you have. If you're starting with 20 beds, do that. If you're starting with 1 carton, do that. If you can afford to buy 2 cartons, do that. But always remember that at least you will have some money to be buying feeds and making sure that these things are taken care of. I watch a lot of videos, and I can tell you for free that I almost got discouraged. Because I look at it and I'm looking at the numbers they are calling. If someone does not have that kind of cash, you will say, this business requires cash, which is true. It requires cash. But do not allow those statistics to stop you from starting. So this video is to encourage someone. Start. Don't look at the videos. Don't look at what they are saying. Don't look at big farmers. Don't look at people that have already gone to thousands of fowls. Don't look at their videos, because they are now speaking as rich people that have made it. So if you're going to follow that, you'll be discouraged. I want to encourage someone this morning. Please, if you're new, subscribe to this channel. I'm going to be dishing out videos as I make progress in my poultry farm, and tips and things. I'm going to be very clean, and I'm coming out clean. Just the raw truth, how you can go ahead and do your thing. I will see you in the next one. Remember, blessed, and bye.